Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you about a brand which is based in the northeast of India, in the state of Assam, and they specialize in wild oud. So a lot of us will have heard of Assam oud. So that region of India is quite well known for oud. And the brand I'm going to talk to you about today is called Oud Al Hakim, and they specialize in wild oud attars. I do have three samples with me here today, which were kindly gifted to me by Umar Perfumes when I last visited India a few months ago. Umar Perfumes are kind enough to come and see you if you are visiting Mumbai, and you can try all of the attars that they retail. So they are retailers of Maison Anthony Marmin as well in India, Oud Al Hakim as well, and another brand called Abu Jamil Perfumery, which I have talked about on my Instagram, but not on my YouTube channel, I think. So I originally asked them to come and visit us in our hotel, so I could try some Maison Anthony Marmin fragrances, and then they gave me these samples to try as well. So there is like very little in each vial, but because it's like pure natural oud and wild oud, using a little bit actually goes a long way. Oud Al Hakim produces wild oud in limited quantities. So once an oil is sold out, it won't be coming back. So there's some from here, I think, which are already, I think there's one from these three, which is sold out and it probably won't be coming back. And the reason for that is, I'll explain to you why in a second, actually. But two of the ones that I'm going to talk about today, I think, are still available online. You can definitely check them out if you like the sound of them. I'm going to talk to you about the process now of why they are so limited. So Oud Al Hakim actually grows the trees themselves of which they produce the oud from. They grow the trees themselves which produce the oud resins. So now let's take you through the process. So this first image shows you one of their standing trees that they have planted and grown themselves. Then this image shows you one of their trees which has been cut out. Then this image shows you the natural formation of the resins. So basically what happens is that the tree naturally becomes infected, and then that produces the oud resins. Oud Al Hakim then have a team to carve the wood, and the finished incense wood chips look like this. They then use the infected parts of the wood for distillation, and they distill in these huge pots, which are quite common in perfumery, so you've probably seen them a lot. And the finished products look like this in their bottles. These visuals are actually incredible to see, and I hope you enjoyed watching that and learning about the process. Although it was very brief, but those images kind of like build the story themselves. Really grateful to Oud Al Hakim for sharing those images with us so I could present it to you guys in this video. So that is a brief description of what the process looks like. I'll talk to you about an attar called Jamala Kingitis, if I've got that name right. So this is an oil which has aged since 2021, so for the last 3-4 years now. And it did become available to buy in 2024. So it had aged for 3 years, and then it became available to buy. I think this one is still available online. So at first, this one is animalic. It's a little sweet, it's musky, and then it starts changing. So I definitely get leather in this as well. And on record, it says it has burnt sugar in the top notes. I don't actually get this on my skin. There's some cocoa in the opening as well. And then, as I said, it changes slightly. So it changes to like a herbaceous scent with hints of incense. And in the dry down, you've got some woodiness, some smokiness. Some of that herbaceousness as well is still there. And you also get some wet tree bark. So one thing to note, though, that this isn't a blend. This isn't like something that the brand is blended together. This is a natural scent of a particular tree with no modifications whatsoever. So this is natural smell of the oud resins that have come out from that tree. That's what makes each one of the wild oud attars from this brand different. But you will see some similarities between them, like some woodiness or some herbaceousness, for example, because I feel like from the ones that I tried, they did have this in common. Next one we have got is Alimli 2020. So this is the one I think which is completely sold out, but I'm going to tell you about it briefly anyway. So this oil has been aging since 2020 and became available to buy in 2024 as well. So this one feels sweet and animalic as well. There is methanol in this too, and again it feels herbaceous, but it's different to the first one we spoke about because it doesn't have that smokiness to it. The last sample I have is Dam Aswad 2015. So this one has been aging for 10 years now because it was done in 2015. This is very different to the other two because it's not as animalic. It's more woody. It feels like there's honey in this as well, so there's like some sweetness. It's a little smoky, and it also has some like fruity nuances as well, which the other two don't have. It also feels a little jammy as well amongst that sweetness. Whilst it's not animalic like the other two, I definitely feel that this one is more complex, and it may be because it's aged longer, so it's got like more depth to it, and it's definitely more deeper than the other two as well. And again, that might be because it has been aging for longer. So that is my brief thoughts on the wild oud attars that I tried from Oud Al Hakim. If you know about wild oud and you understand them, you enjoy the natural scents, and you like to explore with those type of fragrances, this is a good brand to start with. And check them on Instagram if they do like international shipping. Otherwise, if you're visiting Mumbai, then you can get in touch with Umar Perfumes, who will kindly come to you and introduce the brand to you. As I said, please note that this isn't a brand which puts like blends together. They're not blended oils. They are wild oud attars, so they are the natural scent of the resins which have come out of the trees which the brand have kind of planted themselves. So they are very interesting scents to explore if you want to kind of get your senses around what oud smells like. So for me personally, it's definitely an interesting brand to explore. I wouldn't necessarily say that I would wear any of these on a regular basis just because they are quite animalic. I know there are some of you that do wear animalic ouds on a regular basis. For me personally, I feel like this was a learning journey, and next time I'm in Mumbai, I will definitely be checking out some more attars from this brand just to kind of like explore further and get my senses on different types of smells. So I hope you found this video interesting. If you have any questions, then do let me know in the comments box below. Otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video.